Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to my channel. I am continuing on with some more ephemera for the Prairie Journal. I'm gonna do my best to try to just keep plugging along. This is actually for this one, which is for this one. I'm gonna move this to the side. So I just want to thank everybody again who has been tuning in and leaving messages and comments and thumbs up and shares and all that. You know, I'm sure you hear it on other channels. It really helps the algorithm. I'm going to try to get more and more things out during the week, even if it's just simply, you know, putting some things together. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to continue on with some of the tags and things. So yeah, let's get this off. This is going to be the tag for, make sure that I keep these in the order I think I had them, or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna move that over there. This is going to be the tag for, I did that while I was off camera with you. Here we go. It's gonna be the tag for here, for this tuck spot, and I have a couple that I'm gonna make to go in here. I did decorate. I did a little collaging here with a little background piece and a label and a flower, butterfly and some leaves, and you will see that this butterfly is not attached here so that I can put the tag in behind it and into the pocket, and another one will be there, but you'll see that in a minute. And then the other one is for another piece further back, and I was going through and found spots I need tags for like crazy. So I did a little pre-cutting, a little pre-inking to try to, and of course, once yet again, I did not set my timer. Okay. So I guess I just get so excited about getting started. I'll tell you, I don't know what happened or what is happening with YouTube. Kind of a new format when I uploaded my videos, the previous two. Trying to think what I was looking for. Can't remember. But yeah, it was just weird, and it said something about sending and all this, and it took a while for them to upload. And the ones that I had done previously, you know, before these ones that I just put up, they were up within an hour. The one took like 3 hours, and it was shorter than some of my other ones. So I don't know if it's my internet. I know we're having storms around, you know, so I don't know. Maybe it's interfering a little bit. Did finally get up, so that was good. But unfortunately, one of my phone alarms went off. I should remember to turn off all my alarms. I have alarms set from literally 3:30 in the morning. They're not set, but in case I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning for something, because there are occasions, it's in there and all I have to do is just tap it on. But I set alarms to remind me of things during the day, things that I need to do on different days, particularly, not something that I necessarily do every day. So yeah, I forgot to shut them off, sadly. And still feel a few little lumps right there. That's what I love about this glue. It goes right down. All right. Somewhere, there it is. I'm thinking I would like to not have the stem out. So I cut this from the other side to put it here, or do I want to put it back? I think I will. I think I'll put it right in there. I think I will. Okay, so I think what I want to do here is, isn't she just lovely? What a beauty. Okay, I'm going to glue this down pretty much just in the middle, and then I will go back and glue it down on the sides after I decide whether or not I'm going to tuck anything underneath or not. So that is what I'm going to do right here. Put some glue in there. So yeah, I just I think right there should be okay. Make sure she's straight. I have to pick it up because otherwise I can't tell. She can go a little higher. And okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's just get that pressed down here. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. All right, so the first thing I want to do is cover this up. Get rid of all that. So I hope you're enjoying this. My hope is to probably behind the scenes a little bit. Oh, I guess I should have moved that over. Well, maybe I can get it on here. Well, you know what? Instead of tucking it under, perhaps I'll put it there. So let's go back and lift this up and try to get some more glue. I was a little out. I had, there it is. But yeah, I hope everybody is enjoying watching this. This is a little bit different for me. I'm trying to keep it neutral. I don't think it's completely working, but I'm trying. If it at least a little more, you know, pastel, maybe, sort of, kind of, I don't know. We'll see. Get rid of that extra glue right in there. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Now, there we go. Let me close that up. So, yeah, I guess I cannot believe that summer is already here. That, I'm telling you, it seems winter just drags on forever, and then summer comes, and before you know it, it's winter again. I just don't get it. You can probably tell I'm not a winter person. But it is what it is. I guess gotta get out there and try to enjoy myself a little bit. We've had a pretty wet spring. I think I started to say that before. And wet and cool. I was wearing gloves the beginning of May. I think I might have said that already somewhere along the way. I always grab this wrong. I think I'll go down that way. Okay. Like that. And then before you know it, you know, barely put those gloves away and it's 90, 95, 100 degrees. It's like, what is happening? I don't know if I want that there or if I want that there. I don't remember which side I cut it off of, but I cut it off of one of the sides. A little ripple there. I do think I like it out here. I do think I do. So that's where I'm going to do it. So, but anyway, so yeah, so I started to say before that I'm working on putting away new stuff yet. Oh my goodness. Excuse me one second. I'm sorry about that. There was a issue with my dryer the other day, and my brother-in-law couldn't get it to turn on. Now we've been using it, and I've been using it all day, but for some reason I was just hearing some popping, and I wasn't sure where that was coming from, so I wanted to go over and just shut that off, because I just don't know what it was. So, yeah, it's not a happy thing. I think I wanted to try and remember how I had these. I think I had this one down here. Like that, and then like that. Of course, I can still do that. All right. I just need to lift it up and put a dot. Yeah, I'm not sure what that popping was. That made me just a tad nervous. So, all right. So I've got them put together, I think, as I want them. I need to get back under here and put this glue in here. All right. I'm overdoing it with the glue today, I think. Get rid of that. A big mess. That's what I'm making. So, yeah, so I've got to call in the repairman, have him check it out and see what's what. It's funny because it's just a little, it's only about 2.5 years old, not even. And, you know, he didn't take the extended warranty. It's not my personal washer and dryer. It belongs to the church, and their policy is that we don't take extended warranties. And I've got this thought, could be wrong, but I've got this thought that, oh look, I can kind of, oh, I like that. If I can just do it that way, that would be very neat. Okay. I've got this thought that if you take the, you know, the 1-year warranty, nothing special, just, you know, the regular ho-hum thing, that the appliance companies give you the not so great parts in that machine. I know I'm being paranoid about this, but honestly, and if you get an extended warranty, maybe they, you know what, I think I'm going to put this on with the other glue. I think I'll just glue it down a little bit at a time so I can position it where I want it. If you take the 3-year warranty, they give you a machine with slightly better parts, because it just seems to me that right after the warranties expire, there's an issue. So I don't know how right I am, but okay, let's see. It just seems to me that is what happens. So now I will pull this back. So I'm being a little quiet because I'm focusing, I guess. But, so I'm looking forward to the rest of the summer. We have a veritable horde of bunnies in our backyard, and it's been such a joy watching the little ones. They just frolic around and jump. One little one, I had come in from one of the ministry groups at work, at the church the other night, and I was talking to my sister on the phone, and of course the phone call goes through the car. So I was just sitting in there. The air conditioner was on. It was a hot day, and even in the evening it was still kind of, well, summer, it's warm. And talking to her, and I said, I'm sitting here watching the one bunny. There were birds that were, I got a little gnat here. There were birds that were going, I gotta get another wipe here, sorry. That were going in the, flying down into the yard. About that time, it was just before dusk, just about dusk. And so I'm assuming these are robins, and I'm assuming they're coming to, get worms or whatever that are starting to pop up or whatever, whatever they're doing. And this little bunny, it's brand new, just this spring, brand new. And it's hopping. It'll hop and like chase the birds. It was literally like hopping at the birds and making them fly. And then another one would land, and it would go, the bunny would go in the other direction, and just so cute. So this is the card that's going to go in there. Isn't she lovely? Lovely, lovely. And we got a little bit more out there. That's great. All right, let's get the other couple little things here, and we will glue these on. Let me find my pen. After I'm done with this video tonight, I'm going to try to clean up this mess. Oh my gosh. And I know what causes my messes. I truly do. I keep starting new things and not finishing the old ones, which is why I really did want to get back to this Prairie Journal that I had started. That was this year's start. I have bins full of things that I have started and not finished. So yeah. So anyway, oh, you know what? I need to, let me just ink part of this anyway. I like to try to ink the edges before I glue things down. Because when the glue does come out and it oozes out, and it seems to me, mine always does, I have a hard time making the glue stick. So I'm going to try to just sort of press in along these edges to keep the glue from coming out on the edge. Press that down with my fingers a little bit. Such a pretty picture. Farmhouse, mother, wife, daughter at the stove here. I'm going to try to see if I can cut this straight. Like I said, this isn't my forte. I think I failed scissors in kindergarten. I'm not sure. But, okay. There's one piece. And I do want to round these corners, but I'm going to give it a minute for that glue to set a spell. And I know I'm going to have to go back and do the corners again too. All right. Excuse me. So yeah, it was so much fun. And then my neighbor, who has a lovely garden, I am so blessed to be able to look out my windows on that side of my house and see this just lovely garden she's got blooming all year long. And she has a side strip along her house which borders, oh, the wrong one, which borders our driveway. So I go out sometimes in the morning, if it's really quiet still, and there's a little chipmunk that goes in and out in there, and the bunnies are all over and the robins are around. The other night, was it last night? Could have even been last night. I think it was last night. I was down here, and my husband called to me to come out, hurry up, come out. So I go running up the stairs, and he's like, look at all the fireflies. And I was just, thrilled to see the fireflies. So, no, I was gonna make this a tag. because I make everything, you know, sort of square and straight. But I wanted to get a couple different shapes into this pocket to look a little more collage-y. So yeah, there was just fireflies all over the place. And the first year we moved here in 2022, it was this time of year. As a matter of fact, it might have even been this day. Today is the 28th. It was either the 27th or 28th that we actually, you know, came to move into the house. And there were robins and fireflies just all over the place. And it was just spectacular on a summer night. And I remember fireflies even in the city where I lived. I didn't live in well, I lived in the city, but it wasn't New York City. But it was close. I wasn't that far away. And even there, as a little kid, I remember fireflies in the city. And it's like, you know, where did they all go? So I did a little research about it and found out that they like to live in grass. So if you cut your grass and it's too short, well, you know, we had lots and things like that, you know, that were overgrown with weeds and that nobody took care of in you know, our part of the city where we were, where old houses had been torn down and it was just empty lots. I don't know why I ink and then go back and cut the corners. Honestly, I don't know. But, you know, it just, I don't know. It just, this is going to require me to cut into these little leaves a little bit, but that's okay. Now, I always have to make sure I flip it the right way. Now, unlike other people who can hold this and cut it, I'm going to try. I usually can't do this because my fingers are so fat, but I did it. Yay! So, yeah, but it was just like a fairyland out there. It was just gorgeous with all the fireflies. So I was thrilled with that. Okay, we're gonna come here. We're gonna give my old number 7 a try again. It's been giving me issues. Come on, out you go. Out you go. There you are. Okay. And then we'll redo these corners. Alrighty. Ink those up and get those in. Oh, I didn't do that. I'll get that one. Okay. Get the back here. A little inking around the edges. Okay, so this is how I thought I'd like these to go, and hopefully I measured correctly. Let me cover this before I hurt myself. I do believe I measured correctly. So this up here, this one is going to go in behind the butterfly and slip into the pocket. I can do that there. And then this pretty lady is going to go right down there. So I think that looks quite nice. I think I want to put an eyelet though in this. I don't know if I'm going to put anything else. I might put a little, not twine, but I have this kind of like linen thread. Let me get my eyelets, my tiny eyelets. I'm gonna do a tiny, if I can grab it. Okay. So yeah, I did do the same thing. Oh, golly, I can't get this open either. Put the tiny eyelet in on the tab there. I don't know if I'm off screen for that or not, but put that one in to put the charm on, which was just a leaf, which is nice. Okay, put that back, get my crocodile down here. Okay, and I'm terrible at doing this by eye, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm usually off center. Probably better to do it from the back. I think sometimes the pattern on the paper confuses me. Okay, we're gonna go for that. Hope for the best. So we'll put our little eyelet in, put our little back piece on. Let's spin this around to get it to the right place. Oh, nope, that's the right place. Okay. And put that on, squeeze that down. And there we go. A lovely eyelet. And like I said, I'm not sure where I put that linen. I think I would like it though if I can find it. What would I have done with it? Again, this is what happens when you straighten things out. Let me go back here and look in my twine. Aha. Okay. Let's see. I think I like the more tan one, or would I like the lighter one? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what I have here. It is very thin. Trying to find the end on this one. I think I like the darker one. All right, I think I'm gonna get a longer piece. Let's see if I can pull that, and I'm gonna try to double it over and do it twice, if you know what I mean. Whoops, that didn't work. Okay, I'm going to put a little knot in the end there. I will cut this. If I can get my scissors in there, there it is. And put a little knot. Sorry, I keep bringing it close to me. All right, and then let's see. I think we'll just, actually, maybe kind of long. All right, let's try to get this in. Alrighty. And did not do it well. Okay, let's try that again. I got one loop through, but not the other, so I think I'll just twist it a little bit, try to keep them together. That's much better. Now I've twisted it so much I can't get it apart. Okay. So I think like that. Let me think. Yeah, it's cute. Looks like, I don't know. Looks like, I think I'm gonna do this a little different. Let me have that out. I'm gonna try to do a different knot. I'm gonna cut these off and just try to tie it again. Now I've got it too short, so I have to try to play with it a little bit. Too short for my fingers anyway. There we go. All right. Don't want to lose any of them. Okay, that's better. I like that better. A little shorter. A little less unruly. All right, so just a little something on there. Let's put these to the side. I'll put them away later. So that takes care of that. So we have that tag. We have two tags here, a tag and a card, and then this beautiful piece tucked in here for writing as well. Okay, now I wanted to go, let me show you this. And I did this while I was off screen as well. This was just one page. This was on one side, and this was on the other, and I cut something else. Actually, I cut this off of that page, but it just was so pretty, and I wanted to pick up on the green, so I made this card on this one, okay, and just edged that, you know, with some green. So that's a good sturdy card right there. And then I made this. It looks like a tab, but it's another tag also from, this was on this page as well. And I think that tuck, it was on this page for this flower. But the difference with this is it's a hidden journaling spot, because when you flip it over, even though it is green on the back, this will pull down and you have all of this for journaling as well. And you can even journal on this part. And then you just tuck it back in, and it's not like hard because this is simple, thin, kind of a scrapbook paper. And then that goes back in this pocket on this side. And I just do it from this side so that it doesn't catch on the other page. Why are you not going in now? Oh, because I have you too high. That might explain it. So let's get that. Why do these things not work when you're on screen? I don't know. There we go. Got it back in. I just don't want the tab going over the page here. So it looks just like a little tab there. And that's it. So I did that one. And I think the other thing was I moved that. That was from before. And the only thing I did was put the decoration here and here. I think that was the only other thing. Now, back here, and now I don't remember where that was because I did not mark the page. Let's see if I can find where I meant it. There's this tiny little gnat that's just flying around. I'm trying to get some more stuff at the back and spread it out a little bit because, well, make sure I'm still filming. I am, okay. All these little Post-its were pages where I thought I'd put stuff, and then I was like, I'll never get this done if I put that much ephemera in there. It'd be like 50 pages of ephemera. There's something like 280 pages front and back in here. Where in the world did I think I wanted to put this other pocket? Oh, here. This is where I wanted to put it. Okay, I think. Was this it? Some of them are so similar, I'm not sure. Let me just check, hang on. I know it was gonna be on the left. I don't think I was gonna bother that one because that was pretty colorful. All right, it's not here because, yeah, I'll be throwing a lot of those tabs away. I won't be doing those. Okay, that's cute little dog and chickens. I know there was a picture on the right, but I thought it was maybe kind of a little plain. I'm gonna leave that one too, because it's got enough color in it, enough action going on, as it were. No. Maybe it was that page. I didn't think it was this far up. I could be wrong. I'm getting too close to the other. Yeah, okay, it must have been this one. So what I was thinking about doing is cutting this out like a rough, what they call kiss cutting or something. So I had already pre-backed it so that I can make it a little sturdier. And I'm just going to kind of detailed but rough cut, if that makes sense. And put that up. Put that in, I should say, for pocket. Or a tuck, really. It's really a tuck. So, and then I'm just going to put a simple card behind there and go from there. And there was something else that I had done in a previous, I think I had done it in the, I don't know. I think I had done it in a previous video. Honestly, I haven't worked on this, I don't know, in months. And I really did want to get it done before the summer was over because it's kind of a summer journal. And you won't find me doing much in the way of winter journals. A Christmas thing or two, maybe, but I'd rather see the florals and the pretty things. I don't really do too much winter-wise. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go rough from here and just sort of go down. I can get back in here. The rest of it's kind of getting in my way. Just go down like that. I think that'll do. Throw that part away. Let's ink this up. And this, I think, will be the last thing for the video, for this video. I hope it makes it to the end. If not, I apologize for the abrupt stop. Again, the abrupt ending. I did turn off all my alarms, though. Nothing will go off until 10. So, yeah, I get wrapped up in things, especially when I get, well, I just get wrapped up. I start something at work and sometimes there's interruptions. Things take a little longer than you expected and you're still focused on that one task that you're doing. And then on the way home, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't do this or I didn't do that. So I'm learning with these alarms to sort of block my time and say, when the alarm goes off, if I haven't, it's a reminder, you have to stop, you have to do this. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to move it in just a wee bit. And I think this is still going to work. I'm going to put that right. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty. So let's get that glued in here. I hope this was the, I don't remember this, but maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember. So we'll go ahead and get some good glue down on here and some good glue down on here. Whoops. And get this in place. And while that's setting, we'll put the back on the other card. I'm going to bring it up a little from the bottom and I'm going to kind of use that pink line as my guide. Just hold that for a second. Okay. Make sure that stays. I'm so anxious, really. Well, one, to get the whole thing finished, but I am so anxious to get to the cover. And like I said, I can't, at least I don't think I should, put the cover on because I don't know how big to make the spine fabric, piece of fabric, until everything is in the book. So, yeah, everything's in the journal. So, yeah. It's kind of driving me crazy. I want to get it done. And I want to get it, I haven't been posting things directly. Well, I haven't finished anything except that tiny little Bramblewood Blossoms, I think it was called, that little piece that I did. Get out of here, you little gnat, you. I don't know where they're coming from. Well, it's been raining. And they have a habit of leaving the back door, the screen door, propped open oftentimes. And little savages get in, those little bugs. So, but anyway, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, goodness. The problems with getting old. Can't remember. I think I was saying something about watching somebody else do something, and I cannot remember what it was, but maybe it'll come to me. sadly for you guys, sometimes I repeat my stories over and over again. So try to remember, but can't always. So just want to get as much of this glue off as possible. Nobody else seems to have this problem, but I just never seem, I mean, I watch people put glue on their pieces and I think, how are they not, like, how are the ends not coming up? You know, they don't seem to go all the way to the edge. I go so far to the edge that I literally overflow. And there's times I still go back and there's a corner that's lifting or something. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead with this. Put that back over there. Get my knife out again. I'm just gonna cut this a little below because I have a corner here that appears to sort of be missing from, oh, see, that's what happens. Let me try to lift that and bring it back. Because the glue was wet and I cut into the wet glue, which wrinkled that up. So let me try to pull it up and out again and press it in. Hopefully it will be okay. Doing a little repair here. All right, and this one I'm just going to cut right along its own edge and I should be fine. Okay, so get that down and give that a second and I will trim that off, make it a little neater. Pin, and then we're going to put this in. This one's just a simple one, so let me try to, okay, that does not look bad. Okay, let's put that over there. Get this puppy inked. I'll start on the back. So, oh, I think well, I don't know if this is what I was going to say or not, to tell you the truth, but I've been finding out lately, I'm not like real tech savvy and I'm not on the ball with a lot of things like that, but I've been hearing some people talk about, it's a thing that shows up on my YouTube studio, and yeah, I'm like, it's this community thing. And I don't have a Facebook page for this because, quite honestly, I don't have time to do this, let alone maintain a Facebook page as well. And I heard somebody today talking about, now doesn't that look pretty? Cute, cute, like that, nice and simple. Talking about using the community, because she did not have a Facebook page either, and using this community piece as a way for people to communicate like a Facebook page. And so I'm thinking about doing that. So I'm hoping that will turn up and turn out to be a good thing. And yeah, so well, let me know if you would like to leave me a comment. I hope you do. I hope you leave a comment. I hope you give me a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and come along with me and go on this journey with me and just come and craft along. But that is my hope. It really helps my channel grow and it reaches more people, and I just would be thrilled to make more and more friends as time goes on. So if you would be so kind, if you would subscribe, I would appreciate it. So that's it for now. I will be doing another video coming up in a couple days after this. I'm going to try to do 3, maybe 4 a week, and see how I do. Just crafting along. Sometimes I'll be figuring it out, and sometimes I'll have it pre-planned. It's just whatever I can manage for the evening. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. I hope everybody is well. Stay well, stay happy. Be kind to people, be blessed, be safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.